A group of adventurers finds itself having defeated the small token force of the cult of the shadow within the abandoned black chambers of Shurazund. So, what do you do now? And then she did step outside and the cultist was dead and missing a heart, so she's clearly, you know, a heartbreaker. So then. So then, give me an investigation check to begin with. Internet, the magical powers of internet. 20! Nice! So, you actually put on a pair of small glasses, grab a magnifying lens, a hat ends up on your head, and you go, elementary, my dear Watson, but there's no Watson, so you'll have to make do with Hess, who's still in the room. So, elementary, my dear Hess, this clearly appears to have been a container of sort for some form of higher, unholy power, but the container has been breached, and whatever power was within it has been freed. It was clearly an unholy one, and as you feel the hair of your fur all stick up, you realize it is nothing good, clearly. It is probable, and you know this, suppose that, considering how they built a ritual to summon Orcus nearby, they must have done so because the general area was rife with necromantic energies. And again, it makes sense for Shurazund to make a sanctuary of sorts here, probably due to those same energies. So this kind of prison of sorts predates both of them. The energies are different from those of the Rakshasa, but they do feel quite similar to another entity you have had the pleasure of meeting more than a... Exactly. Yes, but only if every one of you says it in a different emotional tone. So... The Dark Father! The Dark Father! The Dark Father!
More like Stank Father.
Alright. Is there anything in this dungeon we haven't investigated, like in this room here?
Yes. I mean, everything has been investigated, and just to make sure, I just... Alright. I've removed the fog of war, so everything should be visible. Because... Yeah, so you haven't... I mean, there's nothing else. You have explored every single room and hallway, so... Yeah. Can you destroy the wounds that inhabit his body?
Hess goes over and casts inflict wounds.
I cast inflict wounds on wounds.
8, and I need to use. Did we take a long rest? We didn't, right? Oh, right, we did.
Yeah, but not after the fight. So.
Okay, yeah. And this should be good, right? I don't want to waste too many spells right now.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Yeah. Healing them.
Yeah, we need these upstairs, not down here.
Huh.
So we're gonna have to go out of the dungeon and come back in.
Sure. So you step out, just so I can move you back to the other map.
Hess is gonna stay out of the church.
Oh, well. So you step outside, and the first thing that you notice is that it's let's see, because you've been inside for a while, and it's 3 in the morning. It's 3 in the morning, the breeze and the air is cold, you are still close to the mountains after all. And the haze leaves the mouth of many of you, but not all of you, because some of you no longer need to breathe. So, and have the same temperature as dead people, and dead people normally do not exhale clouds of haze. But I mean, here's the thing. She is not a typical rotting zombie thing. At the same time, she is unnaturally pale. Like, at first glance, she just looks like a really, really pale elf that never saw the light of the day for countless centuries. But the closer you get, or the more carefully you examine her, the easier it is to notice that she's not breathing. So basically, at first glance, she looks just really pale. Then if somebody actually gives her all, or spends enough time in her presence, they notice it. Yeah, I mean, just because she's in your group, so just spending time with her, you do notice that. That's not requiring of a roll or anything. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a matter. When it's this kind of stuff, it's just a matter of time. Like maybe you don't go to sleep, maybe it's not this day, but the next day, the next day, the next day. I have seen things happen you have no idea. People pursuing other people just to make sure they finally find out every dirty little secret of her character, even to the point of following them where they shouldn't. So,
I think Daphne could ask practically for holding in her breath.
well, you're the horse. What? Yeah, but it requires way a higher level. So,
Oh, yes, I'm a monk. Yes, that's it.
yes. It's what she's always wanted to be.
Technically, she is a nun, which is kind of like a monk.
Yeah.
Wait, is yeah, but you know, she's technically a monk. She's just not a warrior monk.
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, fucking Hess over here, like, look at these dipshits spending years meditating to not eat. Meanwhile, I figured it out with a deal with the devil.
Oh, well. As long as you're happy.
Easy way out has never backfired on anybody ever.
Yeah, that's also true. Clearly. Now the gallow humors, you must reserve it for when we get into the really deep, dark stuff, Shafnium. We're not there yet. Yes, it's it's really early morning. There's not a soul in sight.
Oh, it's in game. Okay.
Yeah, in game. It's
We haven't had like good food in like a couple days. Died several times.
you've spent more than what is healthy hours below ground.
Exactly. How about we go over to Grandma Dragon's tavern and the gnomes, and then we can, and then in like 3 hours we can go to the temple.
Well,
We overfed.
well,
Fine, we won't talk to Grandma Dragon. Just
well,
help, I guess.
sure. So you do notice, however, as you near the gates, that those are actually closed during the night. There is just a token guard outside, outside, standing atop the walls, looking down at you, and as it looks at you, it mutters, "Merchants or adventurers? Wait the morning then." There's one of the guard atop the walls, just find an inn and spend the night there. Bye. Like, the guy is literally half asleep and it's just,
It's too early for this shit.
it's,
Do you still have dimension door?
Yes, I do.
Actually, let's drop the pause. You remember that with the tower, teleportation doesn't work in the side here, right?
Oh fuck yeah! Now I remember.
Fucking.
It's not.
You know what? You know what? I bet they won't even let me banish anything while I'm here.
Yeah, that's true.
Bastards. Why is it that every town we visit has some sort of anti-banishment?
I mean, not every town, only certain specific towns. Two to the moment. Like,
That have wizards as their
who know how powerful banishment is and so take measures against.
It's only powerful against beings who aren't actually
Yeah,
flames.
extra dimensional. Everyone else can stump back after a minute. I just want to banish demons.
Yeah, but maybe some people love demons and you're bothering them.
Well, no. In my experience,
People might like they might like the descendants of demons who themselves aren't freaking terrible people. There might even be some demons that aren't pure evil, even though they have an alignment that associates
mean,
them with the concept.
I love how we're
that
having this conversation.
demons are literally.
Yeah, no, but it makes sense to have this conversation at, like at 3 in the morning, this is literally the normal kind of conversation people have. So the guy is looking up from you and goes, yeah, it's looking down on you. From my opinion, talking about demons outside the city gate is something only drunk people do at 3 in the morning. Are you drunk?
Well, you know they say that
Yes.
sleep deprivation is equal to demons. Yeah, along that.
I'm drunk on pest pauses.
Do I know? Do I know how many people I can carry in giant eagle form?
I mean,
Turn into a giant eagle?
yeah.
Turn into a giant eagle now.
She moonlighted as a transport for a couple of halflings who went down from a mountain a few years ago.
They didn't even pay me anything.
Yeah.
I guess so. You have a
Hey guys,
you have a challenge. It has a challenge rating of 1, and it is a beast. So yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. The
guys,
moment I turned level 8. Yes.
can I make a suggestion? You do know that there's another inn here, right? The gnome guy we found first before the.
Oh, yeah.
But they have better food inside.
We can't
Oh my
banish
God.
demons in there.
I just want to get drunk.
And I mean, the dwarf guy was nice, wasn't he?
I suppose.
Hold on.
Is this also the guy with the bucket of
Okay.
biscuits?
Give me,
Yeah, you actually haven't visited Apple Ring, but again, it's 3 in the morning.
Wander around Apple Ring and
Oh, wait, I got an easy solution to this. SS Brew flies over the wall.
Well, as you are rising over a wolf, I mean,
Do that was a joke.
the guards are looking at you. They cannot open the gates until it's morning, but you don't know what might happen if you try to cross the walls while the doors are closed. Maybe nothing, maybe it's against the law, but you don't know that, so...
I propose that we just wander around and we check out Apple.
I drag everyone over into like an alley, like on the way to Apple Ray, and
Dragged into an alley. Doesn't this give you some flashbacks, Ravi?
Which alley? There's like nothing here.
I want to
look,
fly.
there's like little lines in between. Think of those as like little alleys.
Oh, I thought you meant you said on the way to Apple Ring.
And like once we're out of view of the guards from the walls and stuff,
Yeah?
I look at Tess. Wanna try flying now?
No.
Alright, so at this point Donner is like falling asleep on his feet, I think. He's just saying, why don't we just go to the inn here?
Thank you. Finally, someone says.
Okay.
So, you step inside the Dusk Scroll Inn where you've had a previous very nice experience, and the dwarven innkeeper looks at you and says, "Hey, nice to see you again. And please, no drawing of certain mail items on the map."
Doing anything?
Yeah, I saw you. So, anyway, the innkeeper looks at you. Well, your room is still there if you want it. Sure. I mean, it's a bit late at night, so the kitchen is closed, but we do have some cold cuts if you want them.
Oh yes, please, cold cuts all the way.
All right. Will you be... Yeah?
Nice with bread as well.
Of course we do have bread. It's a bit old because, again, it's not... the bakery isn't open yet, so...
That's fine. How much do I have?
It's on the house. It's on the house. He jabs a finger at the statue on which I think has gifted him. He's like, "It's fine, it's on the house, don't worry." And
It was.
His a loaf of bread or something, slices it up, and uses produce flame to just toast it slightly.
yeah, I can imagine like the old cranky druid centuries down the line, just, and here we do the toast. But magic is the product of nature. It is a holy thing. You shut up, you youngster. I gave my best years to nature, and nature's giving something back to me.
I mean,
There's a lot to unpack there.
Alright, so as you have some kind of late dinner, very early breakfast, the innkeeper just sits behind the counter drinking mead. He's speaking dwarf. Now, you remember, this is an elf who can only speak dwarfish, so...
We gotta figure out how to.
wait a minute. Guys,
Great if we had someone to do that. I just wonder. Oh, right.
yeah, I do talk dwarvish.
Oh, you do?
So no, wait, you don't. There's a Draconic, Elven, Common, Silver, and Celestial.
Actually, wait, didn't last session you said that I needed to have a preferred enemy and I picked dwarves?
I mean,
Preferred enemy and you don't even speak the same language?
I know, right? Yes, if you do have, wait, if you do have preferred enemy and you picked them, you do know the language. Yes, so you do know Dwarfish.
Yeah, dwarves, humans.
Yeah, like you know the language of your enemies. Yes.
Holy shit! I can't believe Ravendale is using the power of racism.
Like, you need to remember that hate is a powerful thing. It leads down to the ranger side of the force.
Yeah, I just like he knows dwarves, but he really does not admit it.
Yeah, it's like, I'm tsundere for the language.
The only reason he knows about all these things is because he hates
Yeah, like,
so much.
he opened a book of Dwarven grammar and was, how stupid is it, the noun and the verb and the adjective. This is stupid, I have to learn it so I can better insult it for being a stupid language. And so anyway, the innkeeper is sitting behind the counter, just sipping on a mug of ale, looking at the door and muttering to himself, like, well, I'm not going to be going back to bed tonight, I guess. He's muttering in Dwarfish. Better just drink myself under the counter.
Do you know his curse, he was cursed to be a dwarf?
No, he's an elf who was cursed to only speak Dwarfish, so... Or maybe was he a dwarf who was transformed into an elf? Nobody bothered asking him, actually.
Okay, I feel like there's a big story there, and Ravi,
Yeah?
Yo-
translate that story.
So, we are all ready, whatever you will give us.
I'm just going to join him for a drink.
So,
But it was mentioned that it was the result of a curse.
yes, it was mentioned that there was a curse involved.
Okay. Do I see Ravi talking to him?
Well, Ravi has neared him to drink together with him, and so it's two elves drinking dwarven beer and looking at one another.
Ravi, can you understand him?
Like, it's not yes or no, it's okay.
Like, I really don't want to. I just want to drink and have someone be miserable with. I'm not interested in plot.
No.
Like you're having flashbacks to whoever taught you how to speak Dwarvish. They must be speaking that language.
Yeah.
You don't want to know.
More like when the dwarf is played to kill children, and then there was some sort of misunderstanding, and he was covered in dwarfish sentence, he doesn't talk about it.
So, so it's like you want to try and cast Greater Restoration on the elf.
Yeah.
So, do you say something or do you just go bula bula tunk and you like?
I'm gonna mention it. I tried speaking to Ravendale, but he's obviously drinking too much. And then I talk to the other guy. I'm gonna be like motioning to my hands, and I'll be like just tapping him on the shoulder.
You speak my language.
Well, the innkeeper just looks at you not understanding what you're doing with your hands, and then looks at Ravandil and just shakes his head like, and then he drains his mug. So, when you're near him with the spell, he just looks at it and doesn't really bother much.
Okay, so that's 100 gold.
Yes, this, you realize that the spell has absolutely no effect on him. He sigs and says something in Dwarfish which only Ravandil understands. What he's saying is basically, nice try, cat lady, but it's not gonna work. It was a bit of a really big curse I got on my head. So, well, thank you for trying anyway.
I just asked him in dwarfish, in this type voice. So what ails you, my friend?
He looks at you, his eyes widen and goes, fuck, you speak Dwarfish! You had me ask a customer to pantomime our conversation last time! What's the deal?
Don't
Tell him you did remember so recently when you got
It's a story that involves a lot of dwarfish scent trails and some dead children. It's very painful.
Ah, well, that children, yeah, that kind of reminds me of what happened. Ah, well. I mean, it's not a tale to be spoken aloud, but it happened a long time ago, I guess. So, I don't know if you know, but there's a big chunk of the underground that's filled with dwarven roads, you know, some from Maham and so forth. And anyway, when those roads were built, they asked for help. It wasn't just a dwarven undertaking, there was also elves and humans and whatnot working on it, magic or using mining tools and so forth. But, well, the dwarves wanted to take all the merit, and again, they're called the Dwarven Rose for a reason, so you can guess who won it. And they did some, and speaking of centuries ago, of course, someone did some stuff, other people did some other stuff, and some people got offended, and we burned down a couple of temples with the people still inside it. But and so, you know, at the end of the day, some people got cursed by the god of dwarfs, Moradin, for, you know, there were people in those temples, some were old and some were young, and, well, you know how things go. Temple burning isn't an easy thing. But anyway, just centuries ago, there were mistakes on all sides, and some roads were closed, others were opened, and that's it. And basically I got cursed to speak Dwarfish and only understand Dwarfish, and, you know, to try and make me understand that particular race of people, and, you know. But anyway, it's fine. I've come to an understanding with myself. He looks at the empty tankard of beer he has and goes, I like their beer. I don't like them as people, but you like their beers. So.
Well, that's a bummer. I mean, if I talk only dwarfish and still dwarfish, I'll be more, well, let's say 5% miserable than I already am.
Well, that's all on my side. But anyway, your horse has been pretty nice, all things considered. I mean, he's a horse, isn't he? Sometimes I swear I see him with a horn. And you do notice that your horse, air quotes, is inside the inn in a corner just munching on some hay.
Yeah, that might be just a visual.
I mean, sometimes I swear, I remember bringing him into the stables, and the next thing I know, he's back here with the customers.
He's really smart for what he is.
But anyway, that's my story. What's your story instead? Why are you here so early in the morning?
We investigated a crypt.
Ah, the one where nobody ever returns from it. Did you investigate the stairs and then walk back out, or are you the lucky ones?
We went where none have gone before, and we came back.
Ah. So what did you find? Did you find out who was killing people in it?
No. I don't. Did we?
I mean, there were a lot of...
There's a lot of significant suspects. There's Shasta, there's the Nagas that are undead. People probably get a little too close.
Undead Nagas? I mean, he is Ravi. Are you translating for the innkeeper, or are you not translating? This is important. Like, if you, so unless you tell me otherwise, I am assuming you are translating everything the rest of your party is saying.
Why are we telling the city? Why are we telling the people about the Nagas?
I mean, you're
What are they gonna do?
Stop them
What are
from
they gonna
going
do?
in.
Bring down an army and kill them.
Well, we came up here in order to solve the problem. The Nagas are harmless. They have no intention of anything at all. The issue is the undead ones that are stuck in a room, and we kind of promised to res them. Is there a church nearby that's maybe open at all hours that we can go to?
I mean, there's a church open in Applering. I mean, I don't know how happy they might be to see you, but they are open for those who are in need of help and, you know, alms and whatnot.
Daphne, since things continue to be on
And also there is another church within the district of Albuquerque. And some say the citadel itself is a church, but nobody has ever been inside, so...
Why has no one been inside the Citadel? Is that not like part of the city's defenses?
Actually, we don't know. It's this big black block of steel and iron without windows or doors, and it used to have doors and windows, but then it just lost them. So... Like, there's nobody entering and nobody leaving, and we just kind of gave up hope of ever understanding what went on there, so it doesn't bother us, so we don't bother it.
It's the aliens from Control.
We have no idea.
Swear to God, it turns out that's the Mind Flayer's base.
How long ago did that happen, by the way?
I mean, I think it was already like this when I arrived here, so we're talking centuries and centuries ago. So, people just got used to it.
The wizard guy, what's his name? Alar?
Yes, his name is Alar. He's the one who lives in the tower, and the lightning streaks in the sky, and you hear people, "Stop saying what they were trying to sleep, you fucking tourists!"
He didn't do anything about the Citadel then, I guess.
Yeah, I know. You know, if you say the word, then lightning, thunder, and whatnot.
I mean, that's why I said the wizard name instead of
Yeah.
the word.
Okay, Donna just whispers to himself, Alar.
And nothing happens when you whisper with Alar.
I whispered to Donna.
Lightning streaks in the sky. Shut up, tourists!
Shaft team decides to do something to entertain himself.
It's 3 in the morning!
So can Shaftium get like a pillow or something, cast magic mouth, and then have it say the tower at 6 a.m. every single day?
I mean, you could, but it doesn't work. It has to be a human or a living being who does it. Like, this is the innkeeper telling it to you. And also, do be reminded that some people try to do that to wake other people up. They get hunted down and brutally beaten for it. Like, it doesn't bother many people because, again, we have farms and farmers usually wake up even earlier than that. But usually the people who want to beat you up are the nobles who would like to sleep, or, you know, even the mage himself would like to sleep.
Imagine doing this and not having report sightings that people would abuse that. I bet there's children who just creep this tower over and over and over just to make life easier.
Well, they actually do it a couple of times, then they get taught better, then they get punished if they insist. I mean... And also, you need to actually be saying the word while referring to that specific thing. Like, I could say a tower of cards, and nothing happens. And you do notice nothing is happening.
Is there like a range limit?
Well, yeah, once you leave the city, it stops.
How far out?
Just leave the city. Don't ask me how it works, because I have no idea. As soon as you take one step out of the city borders, it stops.
So wait, if Shaftium was standing, so if he was standing here and he said the tower, it would go off. But if he was standing here, it wouldn't.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
I wonder if we technically rewrote the city boundaries to encompass the whole world, if that would change the trend.
I have no idea.
An empire and this was the capital, then I imagine that the boundaries of this city would expand to cover all.
Well, I don't think so. A city is still a city. Unless you make it so that, unless you somehow make it so that the entire world is a city.
I mean, that would just be straight up cyberpunk
So, anyway, the innkeeper yawns a bit and goes, well, so what's this about Nagas, actually? What are Nagas to begin with?
They're like
So there are snake. There was. So it was the snake people who were killing people, and you killed them, right?
Well, to be fair, the people are encroaching on the snake people's home. I mean, if someone just rocks up inside your place,
Yeah.
and they're like trying to steal your stuff.
Ah, I see. They seduce you and then break your heart. He looks at Ravalier and goes, seriously? Listen, your things are your own, man. I don't want to know about any of that. But anyway, well,
Got hit by magic.
I guess this solves it. I probably... did you notify the guards about it? They might just put a sign outside saying, snake people nesting, don't disturb.
Don't threaten snake. Just do that.
Yeah. But anyway, if you do nothing, you realize that at 4:30, circa 5 in the morning, a couple more people step inside. These are clearly farmers heading out to the fields, and they come in for some cordial or something stiff to drink, and after getting some bread and meat on the low key, paying little to nothing or even getting it for free depending on how chummy they are with the innkeeper, they then step out and go on their business. The sun rises in the end when it's nearly 6 in the morning, and you notice that more people are walking back and forth. The innkeeper helpfully supplies you with the information that now the gates should be open.
Thanks, man.
Not a problem. Always nice to have somebody to drink with in the night when the nightmares come back. Well, see you. Have a nice day.
I remember, they cannot hurt you more than you have hurt yourself.
That's a lie. Have a nice day.
I know.
That was a pleasant conversation.
That was a pleasant short rest.
Yep.
Oh, I'm just gonna spend some hit dice, seeing as I am out of hit points. Oh, wait, are we doing a short rest or a long rest?
I mean, the long... well, if you're doing a long rest, it's fine by me. Only instead of it being 6, it will be 11 in the morning. But that's fine. I mean, at 11 in the morning, you're all done and rested and you're ready to go on about.
You know what? It does make sense to take a long rest.
So, yeah, so it's 11 in the morning, the sun is high in the sky, the city is bustling with people, and you step through the gates and enter the city proper without any problems to be said.
Alright, let's head to Applering. Let's head over to Applering, take a look at their church,
Yeah.
And the curse of Godfather, no doubt.
and the Curse of the Dark Father.
Can you direct us to the nearest temple shrine thing here in Applewood?
Sure, which one?
The
Which one's
nearest
on
one.
Less undead zealot.
The one with, I mean, none of them have undead zealots.
The one that has the most against undead.
The one who is the most against the undead, well, there's the Temple of Pelor, of course. And there's the small Temple of Sarenrae also. But just do be careful, because the Temple of Sarenrae is actually the subcult relegated, you know, the one who's all about burning undead to death, and you know, it's like well, there are a lot of the nearest one in Applering would probably be the one of Elonna, if I'm not wrong.
I think we're over here.
Yeah, if you come out of the gates, it should be over here. However, no, it's not Elonna's, it's Pelor's temple.
So there's 3 different temples over in
I mean, I'm saying temple, but they're not big temples. You have to imagine them as like small buildings, not even that big, just, you know, a room with a small altar.
1 story.
Yes, we're not talking about, you know, big, massive marble temples and... Exactly.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I say that we take a little bit of time, we visit each of these places, shop around, and see if the
very much like to not go there.
What we're doing is, in effect, we are trying to bring these Nagas back to life. So we're searching for a church that has people that aren't averse to the undead, but are instead willing to house them.
You're a cleric, so what do you think the peddler's church would be okay with raising things that are undead?
Hess would want
Yes.
Hess would probably want to make an Arcana check or something like that.
I would assume it'd be a religion.
Religion.
Yeah.
Yeah, same difference.
Yeah, but for looking for what?
I guess a religion that would not immediately throw her out for being undead and is willing to assist us in reversing some undead stuff.
Yes, and you did receive an answer last session. Do you remember the answer? Do
I
it.
think there's
It was a lot.
balance thing.
Was it Ilona?
No, it wasn't Ilona.
Okay, is there a church to Alona here?
There is near the fields.
But it's not the church. It's not Ilona. That is the god of knowledge.
Exactly, it's not her.
His talents in all things or whatever.
So who's the god of knowledge? Do I remember?
I mean, there are a lot of deities of knowledge, but
What would we have to roll in order to remember?
religion?
Has to be religion. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Captain's gonna give his absolute best shot at trying to remember this thing. Does he get it?
I mean, you do remember the god Netis, who's, you know, the god who holds magic above all things. He is the god of knowledge amongst other things. He is known as the all-seeing eye, and he both protects and destroys. He is known as the Netis.
Is that like
Just
EYS?
there you go.
We can Nether's help. Oh god.
Well,
I don't like Nethys. He seems like a reasonable god. You can't have that.
Netis is not in the upper ring, though. If you're looking for him, you do know he can be found in the Tower District. Because he's mostly venerated, prayed to by wizards or by clerics who are very dedicated to knowledge.
Alright, so going into the tower is gonna be a bit trippy, but okay. We keep trying to avoid this obvious place filled with lightning and terrifying things.
Okay, guys. One way. To the tower.
And lightning streaks in the sky. Lightning streaks again through the sky.
To the tower! The tower! The tower!
More lightning streaks again in the sky.
Let's go.
So, you step back inside the city, and as you look around the districts of the tower, you finally do find what appears to be a bookshop of all things. It's not actually a bookshop, maybe a big library, but you do see the symbol of Netis emblazoned on the outside of the place.
Where would this be?
Inside the Tower District, so,
So like right here.
yes.
Well, our icons are a little large, so let's say that we're there.
Yes. Again, the map is just indicative, so you do step inside the place. So, as you open the large wooden doors of the bookshop/library, a small bell tinkles by the entrance. It does appear to be nothing more than a bookshop, actually. There are parchments, books scattered around hazily. There is what appears to be an old, grey-haired, half-orc sitting behind the counter, who is mumbling to himself while moving a hefty iron book around. He looks at you and grumbles in a soft, tender voice, which kind of is bizarrely in contrast with his appearance. Hello, what can I do for you?
Greetings, Honor Priest. We seek protection.
You seek protection? For what?
Well, we're being haunted by a dark specter.
Ah, I see. Well, you wish to have a... Oh, yeah. We can do that. So, just... Are you faithful of a two-faced god?
If the two-faced god can help us get rid of the specter, we will be.
Well, I guess just, if you were faithful, it would probably be easier on you. But, again, who am I to say no to people who wish to learn? So, to get rid of yes, I know what you need. It's a really simple ritual, actually. You won't even have to pay for it because, again, it's going to be really tough on you. So he moves you. Well, he shows you a place where there are these ledgers on which a hefty book is standing. It appears to be a tale, not a really strange one either. It's just kind of a book. However, he mentions, well, this is an old copy of the Book of Magic. It is a comprehensive guide for channeling magic and the ramification of its uses and misuses. However, it is also known as the holy text to the all-seeing eye because it's... well, you can open the book at a random page and it might tell you what to do, or it might be a recipe for a pie. So, to get cleansed of whatever dark influence is affecting or influencing you, you will have to sit on your knees and read the full book while on your knees. Yes.
If we really want to get rid of the Dark Father, we're going to have to do the one thing that everyone absolutely hates doing. Reading.
I mean, this is what the all-seeing eye does to cast its blessings upon people, but I'm sure if you don't like this, there are other deities who might be easier, perhaps, but...
I just asked the guy, is this thing you mentioned Elvis?
Actually, we don't know. The language changes. The book likes to change.
Oh, so does it change so that the person who's reading it can read it, or is there a chance that the person who's reading cannot read it?
Yes and no. It's complicated. Just open a page and you will understand.
I mean, it's not Vulcan poetry, so what is it?
I mean, there's also that, I think. We think. We don't know. You will not know.
What's the name of that god that likes to get drunk that we had?
That was Kaiden. I mean, if you... His temple... Well, there's actually a small inn that prays to Kaiden, who's found in Dusk Scroll, so... I mean, you're the ones who asked! I'm just giving you the answers!
Oh, wait, the Dark Father said his both were for head. So, okay.
I'm like, test, maybe? It's time for you to read the book.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, I will read it for you.
So, do you read the book, or do you... No, everyone must read it by themselves. So, do you do that, or do you look for another deity and something else?
Well, I'm going to read the book.
Reading a thick-ass book like that will take a while.
Well, some of...
One copy? Or...
Yes, but you have to read it while standing on your knees on this ledge. So, don't worry, time will pass. It always does.
Okay. Pause is just gonna quickly run to Dusk Scroll and look for Kaigen
Well, give me an investigation check then, since you're looking for it quickly. Like, if you take all the time in the world, I wouldn't ask you to roll, but since you're doing it quickly... Alright! So, you look around, where's an inn? And everywhere! No! I'm in a good inn! Everywhere!
I'm in the inn that's
As long as there's beer, any inn will do. No, you don't get it!
well, crap.
So I'm like, give me the book.
Well, the book doesn't move. You have to sit. And, you know. So, you sit on your knees in front of this ledger and you open the first page of a book. And as you open the first page of a book, 5 more pages kind of pry open themselves and make the first page a poster of sorts, with long scribbled drawings and lines and ununderstandable stuff. And as you look at it, you kind of read a small sentence scribbled on a corner that's like, elves are shit, they don't understand anything. Then, on another corner, you read, the elves are great, they make excellent pies. And as some words are written in common, some words are written in Elvish. Some words instead are just written in a language you do not understand.
Are we really doing?
I mean,
Really doing a fucking?
it's on you if you want to do it. I'm asking you.
I want to save the snake people. If that means I have to smack my head against this fucking book, I will do that. I made a promise. I'm going to.
I mean, you're smacking your head against the book because you want the Dark Father's influence not to pursue you further. You're not... Yes. So, yeah, there are other ways for that. This is the one that goes for all seeing eyes. So do you want to do it, all of you? Some of you prefer doing something else. Ravadi is already lost in the book, so...
I'm still running around looking for the inn.
Donner will.
Has this gonna?
So, Donner, as you read the book, you find that you open the first page and 5 more pages get stuck to it, so you end up on the 6th page. As you are on the 6th page, you see that there are drawings of like the elemental planes spread across them, and you see energy flows moving across the very borders of the pages, driving you to other pages further ahead, and in kind of like a sort of, a game book, where go to page 60, then go back to page 20, then move on to page 97. You keep on moving back and forth through the pages, and reading words or sentences in languages that you may somehow understand and somehow you don't. At a certain point, though, you kind of think the book is trying to tell you something, so give me an intelligence check.
Oh, be careful here. I have had good experience with magic books, and they do not tend to have good intentions.
So, you don't understand what the book is trying to tell you, Donner. You see a page where there's like this flashy lightning elemental as an image on a corner, but then the page is lost amidst the hundreds of others and you no longer find it when scurrying back and forth. As more pages fill your book, so let's see. So Rose is looking for the beer, so she's not a part of this. Ravandil, give me an intelligence check. Ravi, Wavi, Lavi, Bavi. You can't even find You turn the pages and they make strange sounds. You don't know whether the sounds are helpful or not. You just feel disappointed in yourself. So, Shafium, give me your intelligence check.
Oh Christ. Okay. Not a very smart person.
Please let it be a 4. It would just fit 6, 5.
Or a 7! It could be a 7!
Can I give myself part against?
No, you can't. Also, it's a library, you have to be quiet. We believe in you. Well, so it's up to you has to make the 7. So, Shafyum, as you read through your pages, the first page you open brings you to a diorama, which, opens and closes, and you move the small strips of paper to make the characters move and battle one another. And you see it's like... and you see it's... Yes. Exactly, something of a sort. And as you flip through the battle, you see it's a beautiful battle of elves against dwarves, and then you change the page, and you're looking at a beautiful oil painting of a sunset. And as you keep on turning the pages, you kind of get engrossed in the stories they are telling, but they are all extremely frustrating, because none of the stories have an end, nor a beginning, they're just stuck in the middle. And as you keep on going through the pages, you feel sad, but you don't know why you are feeling sad. Hess? Do you do the same thing as... I mean, the rest of your group is apparently very engrossed in the books. Pose is nowhere to be seen, though she's left them there and gone running, and you kind of hear her in the background, where is the good beer? So, Hess, what do you do? In the district. Yeah, you're in the tower district, but not in the tower. The tower proper is a floating tower, after all.
Can I just say, how is it that Hess, Aquadar, the crazed cultist, somehow has more common sense than these goons?
I mean, they are...
The same thing happened when we were visiting Shurazund.
Well, in the meantime, Pose... Now you have decided that since you cannot find the good beer in the good inn of Kaiden, you will be looking for anybody who's called beer. Because clearly if somebody is called beer, then they know what they're doing. Like, one of the guards in the end gets pity on Pose and goes, hey, listen, why didn't you just ask a guard about it? You would have had advantage on the roll and managed it. So listen, the Church of Kaiden is that inn over there, which is called Kaiden's Finest Spirits. Not a problem. Go on, and just don't get lost too much. So, yes. S, so you read the book too. Give me intelligence.
This might have been a mistake.
Yeah, you never know.
Just a saving throw?
Just intelligence. It's just a check. Alright. So you don't even know how to read, but the pictures are pretty, so you lose yourself in them. So, Pose. You find the inn in question, which is manned by a human with a very long beard, which is wrapped around his head. And he is drinking from a thick iron mug, studded not with jewels, but with glass corks. And as he's drinking from it, he laughs vicariously and goes, let's have a party! Yes, let's have a party! A party will have. So, as he's drinking, he looks at you as you step inside and goes, a new party member! Come, the first beer is free!
Can I just ask to clarify, is this first beer the one that's in Grand Blessing?
No, the first beer is free, and even the second one is free, but if you want a blessing, you'll have to drink with us! Until you're under the table, for the best blessings of Kaiden come when you're drunk out of your wits and don't even remember how you got there.
I can get on with that.
Good. Give me a constitution check, Pose. Check. Because nothing bad will happen even if you fail it, so... Alright. So... I should have had you in a battle! You would have... So... Yeah, if it sits, it feeds. Now we need a 4, and then we're done. So after what feels like hours, and dimly you realize it's been a full day, all 4 of you who have been reading the books step out of there with your heads very, very heavy from knowledge that has no meaning whatsoever. Like, Ravandil now knows that dwarves like to clean the finger of their toes with alcohol, and that's useless knowledge nobody cares about. Donner knows now how to do a fire elemental's beard, but fire elementals don't have beards. Hess has found the secret meaning to life of gerbils. No, the gerbils don't have a numerical alphabet.
They just have gerb.
Exactly.
It's a 1-0 system.
And Shafnum has understood that he knows not. So, meanwhile, Pose is feeling quite tipsy and happy as she opens her eyes and stares a bit, and then realizes she's at the very, very top of the floating tower, resting on the roof of it. She has no idea how she got there. She has no idea.
Do I have a tankard with me?
You actually don't have a tankard. What you are holding, instead in one of your hands, is, one of those glass bottles which are normally filled with milk by the milkman, right? But you have no idea what it is because it's not something you usually see around. So you're like, what the fuck is this? And why is it filled with milk? And why do I have it? It is actually filled with milk. It's actually pretty good milk. You empty the bottle and then you sing in relief and you're like, this is life.
And then I just sit there and take on the view.
Yes, the view of a full city that stretches below you, and you feel the breeze and the air, and everything seems nice and happy, and then you realize that the lightning bolts that come when somebody says the tower actually streak from the top of the tower itself. And you suddenly realize you are standing on top of that specific tower.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was what I was expecting.
I jumped down while shaking into
The blood of hangover.
Alright.
normal eagle.
So you wild shape into the shape of an eagle and you fly down from the tower. As you do... Yeah?
Flying down, I look for the guys if they have, around the rough area where the thing is.
Well, you do find the horse in question who's the easiest to find, and he is near everybody else who's looking at you with like sunken eyes, except Hess of course, but everybody else eyes are sunken, and they appear to not have slept at all in these 24 hours, and...
What?
Okay.
Oh. I didn't realize so much time had taken.
Yep.
And Hess immediately goes back to reading the book.
The book doesn't help you any further, and you leave it where it is.
I wanted to go. Is Hess still stuck in Bookland?
No, you're free now. One day has gone by, and so you're all free, and you're all, you hope, clear of Dark Father's influence.
It's more like the stank father.
Do I feel like
You feel wonderful. You feel at the top of the world. Everybody else feels kind of miserable, but you don't know why.
are you okay? How did the reading go?
Oh, it went great.
Oh, that's lovely, Hess. You look like you did. And everyone else, I'm just like, you should have somehow ended up at the top of the tower.
And the lightning bolt streaks through the air.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
How many times have we just heard random lightning while we've been
Well, it happens quite randomly, but quite often actually. When it's the day, at least.
just us?
Yeah, no, it's not just you, so.
Rav, it's me. Buzz.
Going to grab.
I just look at you with these big black eyes with lots of like, oh yeah, right. That is. I was just like, I'm going to grab us to just walk away.
So you see Ravi walk down the road. So where do you go next? I'm
We're gonna have to meet again, aren't we? We're gonna have to go.
I mean, unless you ask somebody, but you know.
I asked the orc fella.
Yes, the Alfor. Yes. About what? Resurrecting people? Well, you need a church, no? A cleric. Resurrection, and that's it.
Do you know which particular church would be, sort of okay
With what? Resurrection.
resurrecting undead snake people?
I mean, if they are undead, then they would have to be killed and then resurrected, and that's. But are these snake people good or evil?
I mean, they're people. They're like caring for the kids, and
Yes. But are they the kind of people who normally leave you in peace, or are they the kind of snake people that normally hunt you down in the night and eat your children in front of you?
Oh,
You know, we have never really asked.
well, they let us leave in peace, so
So you might have the good people then.
yeah, I figure.
Alright, then you could probably ask the Church of Pelor. They might have a priest who's able to cast resurrection.
Alright, are you technically a priest?
Well, yes, I am a priest wizard, a mystical chirurg as we call us. But I cannot cast resurrection, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, no, that's fair. Thank you very much.
It's not a problem. Just remember the soul has to be free. If it is not free, you cannot resurrect it.
Is there a way for us to tell if the soul is free?
Well, normally if you kill it and then you can resurrect it, then it was free.
Okay, but if we can't, can we find out, is there a method?
Well, yes, the wish spell might help you, or the legend lore spell. Or even the direct intervention of a deity if you so wish, but those are always tricky to get.
Yeah, if only we had divine intervention. Wink that.
At S.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And she flutters her eyelids towards Ravandian. I have no idea what you're saying, uncle.
I guess I could try doing the thing.
Yeah.
What thing?
The thing.
You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
The thing.
Okay, so which thing? The thing or that other thing?
The divine intervention thing.
Alright. So, I mean, the percentage is what, 12? 11?
Yes. 12.
Well, 1 to 12, so... Wait, what are you asking for?
I am asking for the Naga's bodies to be. Well, I'm asking for the Naga's spirit to be freed of their bodies and reconstituted into new bodies that are Naga.
Alright, go for it.
Okay.
That was close. You need
Yeah, I nearly made them into chickens.
What stopped you?
My out of character conscience.
So then, nope, doesn't work. You hear the clock is busy at the moment. Leave a message after the clock. Clock! So, What else at this point? Do you go look for a priest? Do you do something else? Do you...
Did everyone go? After talking with the
Yes.
did everyone go to grandma's?
I mean, Ramadil pretty much said he was going to grandma's. Are you all following him? Are you all going everywhere else? Are you departing the city to reach the next destination on your trip?
I mean, I guess I would go follow Ramazzo.
Yeah, I mean, we need to
Unless
sleep.
everyone.
I mean, I'm assuming we're pretty tired.
Yes, you did read for one full day yet.
Yeah, so we can just rest.
So, as you as a group step into Grandma's tavern, you don't see the golden dragon, so she probably went for a nap again. But you do see the figure of Shitdigger sitting by the table, looking happy and going, "Hey guys, it's been so long! It's been one full day! I did just as you asked! I dug and dug and dug and dug even more, and it's done!" And then he's like, "And by the way, after you guys left and the guy who was paying me left and didn't return, and so I just kind of, found anything I could find and dug through that shit too. And then, I got my hands on some cash, some golden coins, stuff like that, and then I left and I'm here now. And by the way, where are you going next, guys? Can I come with you now?"
We are going to Shurazund.
Really? Why?
We have business there. If you'd like to join us, just begin walking towards Shurazund. We'll catch up with you.
Oh, alright then. But can't we go together? I can wait.
No, just go ahead. We'll catch up with you.
Give me a deception check. Yes.
Can I help her?
Yes. So then has you roll with advantage.
Sharpner was like, now remember, Hess, your lips
Alright. So let's see, Shitdigger's insight is like a -2, I've decided, because he clearly has no wisdom to himself, yeah. He's like, "Alright, I'm going then. See you in Shurazund, guys. Bye." And then he walks off, happily whistling, and...
Question.
Nice person.
Question.
Yes?
The spell sending, right?
Yes?
Works on a very simple premise.
Yes.
If I'm familiar with someone,
Yes.
I can send a message to them. Right?
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, but I did get a pretty long talk with Orcus.
No. Like, I'm going to say no for a simple reason. It's no. No, it's no. It's like, no.
like a black no.
To be on the same plane as you?
Also,
No,
I mean, there's a percentage,
there's a 5% chance that the message doesn't
but mostly it's no. It's like, no.
You could just pray to Orcus. I feel like you still get the
Yeah, but that's heresy.
The strange Orcus just.
Updating the game on the terms and conditions.
Yeah, exactly.
Look,
No,
Orcus
it's-
helped you. That means that Orcus is clearly serving you plus.
Oh,
Oh. I don't know exactly sure.
So,
I guess Orcus could be a bringer of the apocalypse, but that's not really the way the prophecy is described.
Because Puck is supposed to eat the world, isn't he?
No, Puck
thought-
is supposed to do the final cluck, and thus the world will shatter, and only the faithful will remain to rebuild paradise.
on the shattered remains of a world.
Yeah.
And,
Okay, never mind. You know your.
yeah.
Than I do.
Fucking course I do. I am. Look at me.
So, in the meantime, as you are talking and whatnot, a couple of people in the inn step out while laughing to themselves about how Shitdigger is a stupid dwarf for falling for such tricks and whatnot. And in the meantime, the man behind the counter looks at you and goes, well, are you here for a room like your fellow, or are you here for food? At the mention of food, I think Poe's eyes widen and she's like terrified of food. No. But anyway, do you want a room? Do you want something else? Why would you want our kitchen?
All your kitchens are the ones.
We can cook the food for you. Don't worry, she's asleep now, once more. Yes, she's sleeping. She'll stay like that for a couple of weeks again. Or did you want me to wake her up?
No.
All right, so what can I bring you?
Just like, I don't know, roast.
All right, a normal portion then. Yes.
Normal portion.
Yes, no problem. So he walks off, and as he walks off, you feel a sense of dread on your shoulders, Pose. You don't know where the dread is coming from, but you feel it. With each passing second, it intensifies. No. So, Ravandil, you're sleeping in a room, a happy room, a normal room which you paid for, and nothing happens. Even Pose is probably just paranoid. And so anyway, there's the normal food, the normal rest. It's another bright day. And what do you do now, adventurers?
No. We talked to the half orc, and he said that we can just talk to a piece of cooler.
Donna's kind of interesting.
Actually, didn't Paul just mention we can just drink ourselves and do some other problems? Or we just do that? That sounds fun.
You've already read the book. We are all hopefully free of the Dark Father's influence.
Yeah?
So you excuse me, I'm going to ask Paul where is the joy forever where I can take my problems away and forget them like a responsible adult.
I direct him to the place.
Alright. However, Ravandil, as you are about to enter the place, the guy who's in charge actually stops you. And he looks at you and shakes his head and goes, listen man, you shouldn't be here if you want to drink your memories away. You should be here if you want to cherish and relish those memories. So this isn't the place for you, man. I'm sorry. Drinking isn't to be done to forget. It's to be done to celebrate life.
What life do I have to celebrate?
I don't know, man. It's up to you to find out. But, you know.
Okay.
Shit, wow, that's...
Guidance Church. Drinking a lot, but responsibly.
Responsibly enough that you end up at the top of the tower.
Yeah, but with a bottle of milk. So,
That is true. I didn't even get a hangover.
yeah, see?
Yeah, I think the round is like this.
Sorry, I would have saved you some milk, but it was good milk.
It's fine, I've got the meat tank here. I don't think somebody will keep that.
So, you decide to head for the Temple of Pelor then, which is a simple one. Yeah?
Before we go, I said to get, hey, honey, but puppy muffin, I think you should stay in while we go to the big sun god who hates undead.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes, I don't want to have it in my little puppy muffin. I should do that.
Alright. But can I ask you for a favor?
Sure, anything.
Could you deface the church and bring that?
I would try my best, sweetie.
So, the Temple of Pelor has a simple looking woman who's, however, wearing a full plate on herself as she's holding service for the faithful of the sun god. Once she's done praying, she turns to look at you as you enter and goes, "Hello, adventurers, how may I help you?"
I push Shaft forward and I pick up like a little, you know those little pamphlet thingies where they have the
Yes.
stuff, and I start reading that.
So, the pamphlet thing has words written on it like, "The sun god is the most merciful, the sun god knows your sins and forgives you, the Pelor is always there for you, why are you not always there for Pelor," and stuff like that. But I mean, yeah.
Okay, so I have to navigate before trying to find a situation.
Tell me, Elf, what is the problem?
Hi, my name is Shaftian, not Elf.
Hello, Shafnium, what is your problem then? How may we help?
How do you take something undead and make it back again?
Well, first you destroy it, then you resurrect it.
Okay. Do you have anyone who can resurrect something that is immediately destroyed?
Well, I am capable of a miracle of resurrection, provided a donation is done to the temple, of course. Well, that's normally the cost of a material component, plus half the actual cost. So, let me tell you, the clergy service of Pelor, and like you see her go through the resurrection is a 5th level, spells about 6 levels per.
1,000 gold. Oh my god.
So, just give me a second.
100.
Yeah, the problem is, guys, that we do have resources, but the problem is we do not know if we kill them, they will not become my dark father. So we just need the protection against that.
So I guess we cast protection of good and evil on them.
Yeah.
Actually,
Presumably.
Well, I'd say 1,500 gold coins.
That's a scam. That's a scam.
I mean, it's 1,000 gold for the material components and 500 for the service. So,
This kind of scam.
1,500!
Okay. So Shaftian holds up a hand and he says, no, honey. Please.
Well, the hat isn't here, first of all, but I'm just saying this is a fucking scam.
Okay, but Shaftian knows what he's doing. Shaftian's tangled. So, is this price negotiable?
Well, it could be, but it depends. If you were a member of a church, it would just be the component cost of 500 gold coins.
If I was a member of
Yes. Would you like to convert?
out of character, what happens if Shaftian converts?
Mechanically nothing. Roleplay wise, stuff might happen down the line.
Fucking.
Paler is lawful good.
Actually no. Pelor is neutral good. He's more like the friendly. He's like Pelor is the neutral. Like he's like the old grandfather who's.
I think it was chaos.
Is Shaft neutral good?
Yeah, he had to be neutral good in order to use Nurse Scalpel.
Pelor is. He is known as the Shining One and the Sun Father. His holy symbols are facing the sun. He sends bolts of light to evil people. He is. I mean, he believes in that the light-giving sun is the best cure. And, well, there's nothing bad in him. Excessive attention to things of evil can blind one to the truly important things, compassion and goodness. Like, he's pretty much the popular deity much beloved by the common folks. They heal the sick, bless the crops, help the needy, and destroy evil and the undead. Caring and nurturing with backbones of steel. So, they're not bad people, they're not like lawful good. So, they're neutral good. Yeah, he's neutral good. Well, it's not... Well, it's not a matter of being forced to, because again, conversions by force aren't the best way of going about it. Let me just ask you some questions, and then we'll go by there. Alright? So, yes. So, just give me a second. So, well, actually, there is a zone of truth in the area. So, you are walking down a street and you see a poor man asking for alms. What do you do?
Arms or elms?
Alms.
Like money?
Yeah.
He is asking for money.
I know for a fact that Shafty would do it. I would give him the money.
But why would you give him the money? He tells you why. He tells you that he is hungry. Do you still give him money? Why? Money will not feed him. Food will. But you have also food on your person. So,
What was this added? This is a scam.
Ask me for food.
so because he asked you for gold, you decided to give him money, even though you could have given him anything else.
He asked me for this thing. It doesn't matter what reasoning he has behind it. If he's desperate enough to ask for it, of course I'm going to give that thing.
But how do you know that what he is asking for is actually what he needs?
How do I know? How do I know?
How do you know that the man who is asking you for money and is starving is actually in need of gold?
I'm not sure I understand the question. You're asking me, wait. If he didn't need the gold, he wouldn't be starving. If he didn't need it, he wouldn't be in this other circumstance.
But you could have just as easily given him food instead of gold, or
Ask for food.
Or you could have given him work to do in exchange for food.
Why would I make him work?
Why would you not make him work?
Shouldn't work for food? It's a basic right.
So you believe that people should eat regardless of what they are doing or not doing.
Yes, I believe that people shouldn't be made to starve.
That is interesting as far as an answer goes. Then there is a second. Let me ask you this. So, you have been cursed by someone you believed was a friend. This someone has cursed you because he believes you are in the wrong. But you believe firmly that he is the one in the wrong. To break this curse, you have two choices. Kill the man the friend who has cursed you, or beg him for forgiveness, accepting that you indeed are the one in the wrong. What do you do? Interesting. So quickly, no questions asked, you might be in the wrong. Well, let us go to the last question then. Let me ask you this. Each day you fight a battle, and each night you nurse the wounds of that battle. Yet, the battle knows no end. at the end of 100 years, well, you are an elf, so let's say after 1,000 years of incessant, unstopping fighting, the opposite side looks at you and says, "Tonight, do not heal your wounds, and I will not do so either. Tomorrow, we may finally end this. What do you do that night?" You have to tell me yourself what you would do. I understand. Your honesty gives you... well, your honesty is remarkable, but unfortunately you do not have what it takes to be a servant of a god of the sun. So, you can always make a donation and accept the... And I will help you, of course, but your spirit is lacking in the matters of the god of the sun, so...
Do you, like, always gatekeep like this when it comes to people coming and asking if they want to convert and all that?
Only when their conversion might not be a matter of soul searching, but a matter of money. Exactly. So then, unless, well, some other of you wish to try...
I think Donner, actually.
Well then.
Yeah, Donner didn't have anyone that was worshipping, and held a bit of pretty strong case. Admittedly, it's not his full portfolio, but, Donner can be other things too.
Like the rays of the sun. I mean, you can cast lightning in one hand and sun rays in the other.
I mean, nice, dude. But if you go with the lightning round, the one that we are talking about, what is it again?
Yeah, but that god was evil.
Yeah, chaotic evil. And so,
No god that really does lightning well,
so then, I will ask you the same questions I asked your comrade. Just remember, there are no right or wrong answers, though they do tell the truth about who you are. So try not to lie. It would end poorly. So, the first question is once more. You are walking down a path and you see a hungry man asking for money. What do you do?
Oh, fuck.
Do I
It was
have
still part of the test.
what? So I know I'm in this situation. Is it, do I have money, or is it just...
You give me the answer you believe is best.
I think Donner would give money. I feel like he wouldn't necessarily do that out of a strong conviction, but I feel like he'd still do it.
So you would give money to the hungry poor, but why not food?
See, and this is why Donner isn't smartest, is because he'd think of giving money. He honestly wouldn't think of giving food in that situation. He'd think of money as being the easier thing to do.
So you believe it would be easier to give the starving man money rather than give him food?
Yes, these questions are starting to make Donner slightly uncomfortable with his choices.
That's the point of the entire test. You don't only have to answer, you also have to defend your answer. So then, let me ask...
Me to defend when I said I'd cheat.
There was no answering. So, he looks at you, she looks at you and goes, well, because it is easier to give money than to give food, you would argue, why?
Because money is accepted by
I mean, Donner is the one answering. Let him answer.
Cannot get there.
He's at the inn right now.
Pause.
Hess is listening in with secret magic ears. Don't worry about it.
Um,
So,
Donner kind of like half to himself, I guess, half to her, is just sort of saying, well, I mean, I can give money and I can just leave, and that's right. It seems like a faster thing, and then they can just take care of themselves.
so it's a matter of convenience. It is easier, it is more convenient. Rather than to do the right thing, it is best to do the easy thing.
Well, I mean, it's still the right thing. It's still giving them access to money, or which should give them access to food.
And what if some guys, some evil guys, come by after you've given the hungry man money and they take that money away? All you will have done is merely give the hungry man more pain.
Well, if I knew that there were evil men there, then I could do something different. But if I don't know, then that's their decision, not mine.
So you would not keep on defending the individual, you would just be a passing note on your path. Nothing more and nothing less than doing something out of convenience, merely because it is what the moral high ground you believe in, and that is all. Well, let us move on to the second question then. A friend of yours has just cursed you in, as I've said before, because he believes he is right, but you believe you are the one in the right. The only way to break this curse is for you to either kill your friend or to admit you were wrong and ask for forgiveness from them. What do you do?
What is the curse?
The curse is the most horrible curse you can think of.
Impotence.
No, far worse.
A sunny day forever and ever. Never is tomorrow. Ever, ever.
It is the loss. No, it is the loss of the one thing that gives meaning to your life.
No more alcohol.
I mean, that doesn't discount impotence.
Well, anyway, let Donner answer. It's his test.
Donner kind of thinks about it for a while. And he kind of asks the three. So I don't know if I'm right or wrong.
Well, you believe to be in the right, and your friend believes that he is the one in the right.
Donner does not have a good answer. He tries to work it out, saying, well, say with my friend, he probably, I'm going to assume that he's intelligent enough that he had a reason for this, but to take away the thing that matters most to me, that's similar to killing me in a way. But to kill him just because I think I'm right, that's not right.
So you would do nothing then?
I don't know. Can the friend raise the curse if I can talk to them?
You could try to talk to them. It does not mean they might listen, and they might turn you away again and again.
Well, then I think I'd have to try.
That is another interesting answer. Now, for the final one. Once more, you are battling day after day against an enemy. And every night you heal your wounds so that you may fight the next day once more. However, after hundreds of years, your enemy comes to you during the battle and says, "Listen, tonight do not heal your wounds. I won't heal them either. And on the next day shall be the last day we battle. What do you do?" That is a sign of wisdom. You are more in line with the way of thinking of a god of a sun than your comrade is. You do have some areas which might need a little bit of work, but if you wish for it, I may be willing to cast the baptism of the sun on you and convert you to the god of the light.
Honestly, this seems like gold to spare.
I think this is about the gold for Donner. He's genuinely interested.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Donner accepts.
Very well, then. What is your name?
Donner Eclair.
Well then, Donner Eclair, let us go outside, for baptism to the god of the sun can only be done with the sun as our witness. As the cleric, as she walks outside, you follow her, and you see that the sun is actually high in the sky. With a few words of encouragement and a couple of words of affirmations, the cleric says, I am merciful, just as the sun of mercy shines on me. I am just as the sun of justice shines. I am proud, but only in servitude to the sun. And thus, I bless you, Donner Leclerc, as one new member of a church of the god Pelor. May you always bring the light of the god wherever you go, and may you be of aid to those who are in need, just as much as you may never be in fear, for wherever the sun is, even in the darkest of nights, so too will you. And then you feel a little bit of heat, as the sun is actually pretty hot, all things considered. But nothing in peculiar changes. Well then, you needed a resurrection, am I not wrong? As a member of a church, and as you being a member of it, I can only ask for a component fee of 500 gold coins to do it. So who needs resurrection? And yes, you got the Kreia thing from the hungry man. Good.
I mean, it was kind of obvious, but nice weapons, how to do.
Now,
The video that shit weapons.
yes, Knights of the Old Republic 2. It's a masterpiece. If everyone must play that game and listen to Kreia speak, because if you don't, you've lost something in your life.
Exactly, and you must download the Sith Lord, the Sith Lord Restoration.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. The Knights of the Old Republic is bad.
What? Wait, are you speaking about the MMA arc or about the...
I just said that to be confirmed.
Alright, no, that's fine. So, let's get back on track. So,
Oh god, don't make me have to crack here, that's coming up.
so anyway, what do you tell her now?
Okay, I mean, we say yes, but we also have a bit of a problem with what we want to resurrect. You see, we believe that we are haunted by a dark specter that consumed souls from the past. Tell me, have you heard of anything referred to as the Dark Matter?
Wait, so, a moment. Yeah, I'm just... Alright, so Hess is the one tapping, and Ravadiel is the one making the strange buzzing sound. Because I silenced them randomly, and so now I know who's doing what. So...
I don't think I can fix the time.
No, that's fine.
It's been an issue for a few days.
It's fine, I'm just saying. Now, at least I know who's doing what. So, anyway, the So you were telling about the...
That we have the issue with
Yes.
if we kill them, then they resurrect them, their souls might be trapped. And she knows about the Dark Father and how to stop you from doing that.
Well, she looks at you and goes, I have no idea what you're talking about, but if you have a problem with a soul-devouring monster, then clearly we need to do something and quickly. I should probably call the other churches. Where is it? Where can this creature be found?
Last we saw it, it was in the elemental city of Shurazund, but recently...
What?
It wasn't. The last time we saw the Dark Father was in the Elemental City, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was outside, right? Because it was being sieged. Because you remember we saw the swarms and all that.
But you spoke about the...
Right, yes.
Yes, but you spoke about resurrecting someone in the city and fearing this creature. So, why would you fear this creature if it wasn't in the city? What are you not telling me?
We believe that
Wait, what dungeon? What are you talking about, Donner? That's Ravendir. Something on Ravendir's side.
It's kind of creepy because it sounds like rubber that is.
this is the sound.
What is it?
What is that?
Oh, it's my cable keeps scratching on my laptop and it's making this sound. Wait, let me just fix it.
Plastic on plastic.
Yeah, that's sorry.
Don't worry. Alright, so you were saying, Donner?
With the, Shurazund old lair?
Shurazund. What is Shurazund? You mean the Black Chambers?
Is that what they're called?
Yes.
For industrial.
Yes, the Black Chambers, a place of evil which we have kept. We try to keep sealed and to keep people from adventuring in it because they are very deadly and dangerous. You have gone through them. There is evil in it. And why have you gone and not like she's clearly looking a bit. It's not anger as much as well, you're alive. So whatever's in there has been defeated or have you run away?
No, the majority of them have been defeated. It was taken over by cultists.
Cultists and like she's like, alright, we're going to go all the way up and get some people involved. How could this happen? Why did nobody notice? You know it's somebody's fault. Who was asleep? And she just starts going out and she... Thank you! And then she just she goes to get a horse from the stable of a temple and then hurries off on the main road to another temple and... It's you! Do you follow her?
Guys.
What happened to reviving the snake people?
No, exactly.
Do like 100 marks for us so we can get back to her later.
Just...
Yeah, wait. Actually, what is Pedro's stance on the Naga?
Well, I mean, depends on the Naga.
Did the pamphlet say anything like that?
I mean, they're not in bodies, they're not evil. Well, I mean, I was talking about torture and stuff, but maybe they would kill all of them. Maybe some of them. Maybe not the petty one. I don't know.
Well, anyway, do you follow or do you not follow?
Follow because I think someone wanted to say,
Well,
guys,
so if you follow, how do you follow? She's going on a horse.
we have Avar.
Ava just looks at you and huffs, like, what do you take me for? I'm not a horse.
Please, Avar.
He looks at Shafium and then go on his shoulders. He inclines his head like,
Boss, can you transform to a horse? A war horse?
Trying to think when I last used. It was okay.
Wait, guys, we have max force, remember? Which too late to reply.
Yes. We can go with those.
Yes, so you have to go to the inn and get the horses.
Question.
Yes.
But we show someone the knock
We cannot pick up Hess anyway, so.
While these goons,
Why are you calling them goons?
they are goons.
Oh, come on.
They're the gooniest goons who ever did goon.
Oh, come on. Can?
So, I love you, but shut up.
So can you what?
Hess wants to go visit the other temple,
Which one?
the Temple of Nephis.
Alright, so you head for the Temple of Netis. So when you are in the Temple of Netis and the half-orc welcomes you again and looks at you and goes, hello, how can I help?
Oh, I am looking for information on the undead.
Yes, we have many books on the matter. What in particular interests you?
Specifically a book on liches.
Liches? Are you looking for the... in which sense? Do you mean the servant of our deity? Or do you mean just in general with liches? I mean, the servant of our deity is not a common lich, so... If you are instead looking just for liches, then that's a different matter.
Can I just borrow both books? I assume they have some sort of baseline.
Well, yes, but no. And also the book on the all-seeing eye servant is a holy book and we don't lend that out, so...
Oh, no way.
But the book on liches, we do have copies and we sell those.
Okay, good. I guess I'll just buy that, I guess.
Very well, that will be 50 gold coins.
How about 40?
Well... Alright, I can do 40. And then he brings you this book, which has a title on top of it. It's a simple book written on paper and parchment, and the cover is leather, and the words etched on the cover are "Leeching life and loving it, liches and you."
It is basically Lich for Dummies, medieval version.
No, actually. It starts, if you just flip the pages open, with a warning that is 5 pages long. Attention! This book in no way, shape or form wants you to go hunting liches. This book will not in no way, shape or form make you capable of hunting liches. You will not be able in no way, shape or form to defeat a lich alone through the power of this book. This book is not a holy symbol. Liches will not run away at the sight of this book. You will not tell people that this book helped you hunt and kill a lich. And then it goes on and on.
Turns back to the guy and says, hello, yes, I'd like a refund.
So you don't want the book? Well, that's fine. Here you go, 40 gold coins. And he takes the book back. He shrugs and like, well, literature is not for everybody. So anyway, as you're doing that, the group reaches the stables of an inn, and Hess isn't in the inn.
Damn it, I wanted to send a message to the Naga. Get the fuck out of here.
So, you get your horses and you dimly realize you have no idea where the priest of Pelor went, since you went back to get the horses. After a brief moment in which you look at one another, trying to understand what to do, well, Hess returns, and hoping she returns to the inn, and so you're all together in front of the inn, and you don't know what to do next.
You cannot message
maybe accidentally caused it. That evil is small crusade will happen on the chamber we just cleansed, and they may or may not kill all the Nagas. So,
You need to message Majestic, which is the purple naga with the pretty eyes.
yes, very good.
Okay, but can I ask why?
Very
You
little time.
Look, we mentioned that there was a cult. We mentioned that the cult had infiltrated various areas all over the place, including that church that we were just at, which means that the Church of Paler is sending people to wipe out anything that moves down there, including the Nagas. So we should apologize.
Yes, I suppose so, but have you considered just killing the Church of Palor?
Oh,
We can't do
man.
that.
What?
Paler's a member of the Church of Palor.
Oh, really? Ah,
Also, Pelor.
disappointed for a second. To convert you to a true faith.
Also, Donna, they actually gave you in the brief time before everything, they gave you a holy symbol of Pelor in, well, it's not gold or silver, it's just, bronze, but you have a holy symbol of Pelor now.
Has his
Also,
decided.
I will say the finding out that Pelor is also called the Sun Father is, maybe helpful.
Yeah, see, he's the Sun Father.
Yeah. Opposed to the Standing Father.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so please, yes, can you warn them?
I suppose I can. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't be able to
Let's
tell
go.
them.
Why,
But
why don't we go to them as well?
let me just make my case here instead, right? Why?
I mean, the doors just go
We
and
have snaky friends now.
We know.
I don't know if you know this, but snakes have often killed chickens. I'll
But
test
not
sending.
this snake.
I'll test sending
remember,
to
guys,
Alright.
remember though, they are
sending.
treating the Lord as Savior. If they're saved by a chicken, maybe, they might stop eating chicken.
So, well, you have
Calling argument, Uncle.
So you're sending on a majestic of well, the Naga, the purplish Naga, which is really, really beautiful.
Majestic. The Church of Peller, through no action of mine, is coming to exterminate you and your egg. We urge you to evacuate and join us on our journey.
You write what you want, I'll only actually answer back. I mean, it's a sending, you're the only one who gets to decide what to say in the sending, so...
Urge you to evacuate and find new residents.
What did you do? Is the answer, I'm sure.
We'll try to let's go down to the thing and then we can try to like hold them off slightly long enough through the mazes.
Okay. We urge you to evacuate. Yes. Okay.
Hi, Majest.
A spell that can't possibly be misinterpreted could result in some horrifying tragedy. Truly, it is the Twitter of D&D.
Well,
Hence, by the way, I would argue that I don't need to do a deception roll here.
yeah.
Oh no, there's no deception. It is absolutely true.
Exactly, you're not decepting anyone. If you don't do anything,
It's not. It's deceiving, but yeah.
you're telling the
It's all
truth.
your fault. It's all your fault.
Exactly, you're telling the truth. You're not lying.
You guys fucked up again.
I'm fine. I think one of these comes to you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
They called the dungeon specific name.
Oh, the black chamber, I think you told me?
Black Chambers, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, the Black Chamber.
We should go down there, and then be like, we can
here and
So
let's stay here and kill that fucking god. Well, that sure.
Actually, wait.
To the dungeon.
so
Sponge the egg.
What? No.
I mean, like,
Yes, I can banish it, but it just be back in a minute. Come with me to the fucking cellar.
So-
Something out of a stone shape.
listen to my plan. We'll go there. When they're about to arrive, we banish them all. They see it's empty and there is no one here. They leave and then they're back.
They will be back within a minute. They will be back within a minute.
Exactly. That's the point.
It's not
No.
a minute. They will be back instantly, basically. We wouldn't be in.
So, anyway, you make your way to Dust Bowl after a while, and you realize that some of the city guard has been alerted to stand outside and hold watch over it. As we are holding watch, they look at Ymir and we're like, please stop. By order of Alar, we are holding we are stopping people from entering.
Okay, how many of them are there?
Through already.
Well, at the moment that we know of, nobody has gone through.
Okay, that's fine. Because we're going to be acting as the guys, because we were the ones who managed to go in and actually come out alive.
So, by the way, high or low, people?
Hi.
Yeah, let's go high.
Big number, big number, big number, big number.
Alright. So, as you are staying there waiting for... after a while you actually see the temple, the temple priest and the clerics. There's a bunch of them, there's not just the temple of Pelor, there's also a couple of druids, you notice. And a wizard whose face is very familiar to Pose, because it's the wizard who shooed her off the window when she was in raven form. And Alar looks at you, pigeon lady, well, cat pigeon lady. And yes, I would be Alar, the great, the wondrous, the magnificent, and please.
I stayed longer now.
I have a plan.
Well, but anyway, as he's about to say, now please let the experts deal with this. I knew Shurazund and I know all of his tricks, and you see, a group of buttered and bruised adventurers step out from within the temple itself and the black chambers themselves, and one of them is carrying a blade in its hands, and the heads of the Nagas are held by the rest. We went in and defeated the enemies! We are the heroes of Alar!
You fuckers!
This makes me angry.
He's like, shit, Digger was right! There was treasure in there!
They were nice. They were just caring about their
How long have they been dead?
Well, the guy is looks and I guess a couple minutes. Some the bodies were still twitching, but again the Nagas will be back.
What about the egg?
Yeah, about that. So one of them goes, did you know that the egg in question would have brought to life a gargantuan monstrosity?
Yes, we did know that.
Good,
Why would they touch it?
good. That's why we smashed it.
Why did you smash it?
Because it would have been an
Team starts throwing out.
it would have been a bad thing to let it hatch.
He didn't take his mask off.
Guys, why do I have the
So
why do I have a feeling that killing it was actually a good thing? I just have this
No, it wasn't.
Everything about
This is
It was an unborn baby, and you killed it. Congratulations.
thank you. Like the guy in question says, actually he smiles, thank you very much. See, we're starting to get famous for this. I mean, it was a cakewalk, as if somebody had already gone through most of it.
Chat team throws up again.
Sir,
Yes?
Oh yeah.
would you happen to have a wife?
No, actually. Well, not yet. I mean, no, we're adventurers. If we were married, we wouldn't be adventuring.
What about family?
Oh, well, we do have family, actually. Yeah, my parents. But they're not here, of course.
Oh, where did they live?
Why are you asking me that?
Why did you kill a child?
It was an egg that would have hatched a monster.
I'll just make the same justification.
I have you kind of terrify me, little half-elf. But anyway, we have dealt with a problem. Where's the reward? And there's like Alar who's looking at them and thinking to himself and pondering. So I'm looking at the heads. So first of all, Nagas don't die when you kill them. That much is obvious to anyone. But secondly, so that's a guardian Naga and he's a good Naga, and you killed that, so that's bad. No, listen here, you cat pigeon girl. That is a good Naga, alright. But the purplish one are notorious for being mind-controlling and charming individuals who use and abuse trust to get things to go their ways. Yes, exactly. Yes, and that. Yes, sure. And that one is a dark Naga who likes to drown people, and especially magicians and wizards. And that other one is a spirit Naga who is renowned for being evil. And so, like, one of them is good, the other three not so much.
Yeah, but if you have one good Naga who's hanging out with evil Nagas, you have to assume that the good Naga has
Yes.
accepted,
Or he's been mind-controlled by the notoriously famous for being manipulative Naga. But anyway, I understand your point of view, and I see clearly that you went down there also and developed some kind of rapport with the beast, judging by the emotions which are running heavy on you. But anyway, since the problem is solved, this doesn't concern me anymore. I'm back to my tower. And the lightning streaks on the sky, and he looks up and goes, "Ah."
Yes.
I wonder how Shurazund will feel to hear that the Nagas that he allowed to live here were murdered by
Oh no.
Well, in the meantime, the Alar leaves and the clerics just look at one another. Well, if the problem is solved, we're just going. So they just leave, and even the adventurers leave, thinking, we're going to go and get drunk and have fun at the tavern. Yes, we will.
Liam is going to remember every single one of their faces.
All right.
Head turns to Donner and says, "So, how's that church life working out for you?"
I mean, it's probably still less murder than your church has seen.
True.
Fix that. Send Shurazund a message. Tell him that these people just murdered the guardian of his home. That he allowed to live.
I was kind of just thinking about taunting Chespera again.
No, just no. Tell the most powerful being in the entire setting that people that he allowed to live in his home were murdered.
Well, there's actually something worse than a lich as the most powerful being in the setting before the tavern.
That's a little far off right now.
Imagine if with sending you could actually wake the Tarask up. No need for anything, just send a message.
Okay, all I'm saying is,
It makes me wonder if the cult has a point, and that's completely fucking sucks, and it's really terrible.
No, it's just fucking.
They murdered innocent Nagas that weren't hurting anybody.
I mean,
Doesn't
for
matter
that
what their alignment was.
perspective,
They were down there and just protecting the fun, and they were allowed to live there. By Shurazund. Sorry, out of character.
Yes?
How strict are the alignment gods in this world? Is this a case of an evil creature is always evil, or are there?
It depends. So here's the thing. It's not that an evil creature is always evil, But it also depends on what kind of creature we're talking about. It's like, if we're talking about creatures with intelligence, there is always the possibility to teach them differently. Like, exactly, with backbone. So, as long as they are educated well and properly, they can and will grow up to be decent members of whatever society they belong to. There are exceptions, mind you, but these exceptions are inherently tied to, well, it's like, for example, I don't know how to put it this way. You'll rarely find a mind flayer who doesn't like eating brains of sapiens being. Like, but with that being said, yes, but it's still eating other people's brains, so you could argue they're parasites, rather than... But again, it depends. With that being said, you would have to know what the egg would have done, but they did tell you they were going to teach him. And the thing is, someone told you that 3 out of 4 teachers were evil, manipulative, cruel Nagas, and only 1 was good. But again, you don't know what might have happened. Maybe they would have taught him well, or maybe he would have actually become a dangerous creature that would have destroyed the town.
But he might have been.
Good, yes. So then the question was what to do with the egg. You decided to leave it be, and that's fine. Then you mentioned it about the Nagas, and Nagas are for the majority evil, to the temple of good people, who then went and rallied people around. Now, the adventurers in question weren't in the temple because of the egg. They were in the temple because Shit Digger mentioned that it was now empty and still filled with treasures. So, they went down there looking for treasure, and they even mentioned that when you went to the inn. But you probably didn't listen to me when I made the call out of them leaving the inn because Shit Digger spoke of the... I mean, they went down there, they looked around, they found the Nagas, and they went, wait, Nagas are evil, let's fucking kill them. So... But do notice, they also mentioned Nagas tend to resurrect by themselves. Yeah, no, the egg is gone, the Nagas not. Probably. Wait, you're talking on one, so Donna, what were you saying? Can we not try? No, the egg is gone. Yeah.
Beat us out and smacked it against the wall repeatedly until it was dead.
Well,
Not even baby that is being slain.
well. So do you? So again, the thing of sending a message to Shurazund is what Hesizwan wants to do it. So even if you all say let's do it, if Hes doesn't do it.
Can I say something?
The right thing to do.
No, she doesn't need to. She doesn't need to. Because the Nuggets are going to be resurrected. They're going to be furious at the people who killed the... Exactly. They're going to find the people who killed the egg and kill them.
They're gonna
They're gonna assume that we're the perpetrators.
Yeah, the Nagas are going to assume that we're the ones who are responsible.
They are
If
totally
we
gonna assume.
contact Shurazund, if we should contact Shurazund and tell him what happened, he can clear the air on that, and the people who are actually responsible for that can suffer a fate far worse than anything that any one of us could possibly
He
do.
could also still try to resurrect the other two.
Or it can get worse, guys. Or
Oh, it will
Shurazund...
probably get worse.
Everything is going to get worse no matter what you do. The best that you can do is make the pain actually feel nice. Who are responsible for the hurting by killing Shurazund.
Life is pain. You need to learn to enjoy it.
Guys, can we stop destroying towns, please? First Elandil,
It's not us.
Shurazund,
We're not the ones who would be destroying it. It would be Shurazund, and he has
we'll be the one pulling the
right.
trigger, though.
I'll be honest, against destroying the town, and also I do kind of need a wizard brain, so...
Whoa.
When
Okay,
it
I feel like
dies,
our daughter's gonna step up and like we are not destroying a second town because let's face it, we're not. We aren't destroying a second town. We're telling Shurazund that this town freaking murdered his guards. And
Yeah,
hid
that's
their
that's
eggs.
the same thing.
No, it
I mean, I
isn't.
think I've learned
let
that
me put
much.
it this way.
I
As
think
I
you
think
guys
Shurazund is a very
overestimate...
reasonable person.
why would
I think
Shurazund
you guys...
care?
I think you guys overestimate how much Shurazund actually likes the Naga.
He doesn't give a shit. He's a lich. So what?
It doesn't hurt to try.
Yeah, but so what? He's just a lich. He doesn't care. He's not
That's not
more.
an argument. What do you mean, but so what? If he didn't care, he wouldn't have given this place to them in the first place.
Well,
He
he
needs
kind of
somebody to
needed someone to guard it.
If he needed somebody to guard it, that means it's in some way, shape, or form it's still important to him. And even then, the point stands. These were his guards that were murdered.
I don't know about this one, Chief, but I guess I'll send a message to Shurazund.
Send the message. So what do you write to him?
Dear Shurazund, your mom gay. No.
That's the best way to start the argument. Dear Shurazund, your mom gay. And he's like, what? Wait, what?
Can't he deal damage over a ridiculous distance too?
Yeah, he can do the thing of the thing.
Like he can reach through sending and inflict pain.
Yeah, I've decided he is able to do that out of sheer frustration.
It's like if
What do you mean sheer frustration?
it really
never
is
done-
Dungeons and Dragons Twitter, isn't it?
Oh god.
I've never done anything wrong in my entire life.
Yeah, and in the background there's like cities burning to the ground and fire everywhere. And Hess is like, everything's fine, I am not to blame.
She is
The most beautiful thing you can say.
This is fucking profiling.
What did you do? What did you do, yes?
And why did you do it?
Yeah, this is going to be the first thing.
That was me groaning. I don't feel good about this.
Come on, write the message.
No, not the sending. Not the sending. The fact that we were like, yeah, sure, we'll help you out, and then we come back and they're fucking dead.
Yeah. This has been
Okay.
horrible.
Dear Shurazund.
Question: can I have your brave adventurers' names?
So when we were leaving, you asked for the names. Sure, give me a second. I'll give them to you. So,
Did they take the head?
yes, they did. So, they are Greenarv, a male dwarf fighter. Arin, yes.
Can we write the names down?
I'll just write the names then. So,
Yeah, we need to know the names of the people who are responsible.
Someone write the children, please.
Arin was a female human wizard. Then we have Eldad, who's a cleric of Netis.
The only thing I could think of is like, could we raise the Guardian Naga and get their opinion, like as far as
And Elet, who's a ranger.
seems like the only thing we could do.
I mean, the Nagas will return to life eventually. If you want to resurrect the good Naga, you can. The body is still in the tomb.
Do we need the head?
No, you just need that part of the body.
Okay. Can we do that?
Sure, you can do that.
Yes?
Yes, give me a second.
Okay. I mean, before we tell Shurazund,
And then she's like, oh, I already sent the message. And what did you tell her?
You really want me to scrap this entire message that I've just written?
no, you don't have to scrap it. Just keep it to the side for a little while.
We want to know who did this.
Yes, we know exactly who did this.
So,
No, Greenarv. So Greenarv is the dwarf fighter.
Elves, Edlard,
And,
and
yep.
Green arm.
Renaud.
And
Right there.
It's right there in the chat.
Next to Shade Knight, GM.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, yeah. Green
So
arm.
it's Renar who's the dwarf fighter.
yes, Erin is the human sorcerer, human wizard. Erdlide is the fighter, and Alet is a ranger.
Okay.
Human wizard or sorcerer?
Wizard.
What's it, lady?
Ah, yeah, Erdlide is the cleric. So she's the cleric fighter.
Okay.
And Ellet is the ranger.
Fine.
Yes.
I go down and cast Raise That.
So, yeah, the Guardian Naga opens its eyes as its head regrows, and it gasps for air, having been brought back to life. It looks a bit puzzled and confused around, and then notices you and hisses in your direction. Have you come again to finish the job? Aren't you happy already? Look at what you did! And it glances at the crushed egg. It had so much hope in it, and now it's gone.
Well, unfortunately, that wasn't really our choice or decision.
But it was your actions that brought it to be, wasn't it?
No,
We aren't the ones who did that.
Actually, it
it
was.
wasn't my actions who brought this to be.
Wait, guys. Remember, it was not actions. The guys went because they cared. That's what was it. Wasn't us.
Yes, but it was us, like, through inaction. Or, well, it was us in second-handly.
We're not the ones who chopped off their heads. We're not the ones who...
No, but we kind of are, though, because before we went down into this crypt, everyone who went down here fucking died. And then when we come down here, tell everybody it's empty, they come down, slaughter the egg. That's our fault.
Didn't tell everybody it was empty.
No, we told...
No,
we
it
told
wasn't us
ship
who said
digger.
that. Well, yeah, but...
It was shit digger who told everyone it was empty. But
Yeah,
it's still our fault that we
I agree that it is our fault. But,
So then, what have you come here for? To gloat?
to apologize, mostly.
And will apologies bring back or stop the hurt you've made?
Can I cast Raise That on the egg?
No, you cannot.
Why not?
Because you cannot.
It's an egg. It's an egg. It's not.
It was supposed to be like a reincarnation thing. Is there a way where we can find, I don't know,
No, it is gone. It is done.
Is there nothing we can do to help?
You can leave and never come back. And the Guardian Naga just shakes its head and looks. My brethren will return to life, and they will not be as forgiving or as merciful as I am. Which means, for the good of everything, I will have to curse their bodies so they never return. I will have to speak with Shurazund about this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no worry.
Spell. Would that do anything?
A wish spell might, but again, it is better, maybe, perhaps, it is better it went this way, but I doubt it. Anyway, he leaves in a kind of defeated way towards the chamber where there's the spool of scrying. And he just turns briefly to look at you and go, just leave, and never come back.
Okay, I am gonna go to the Naga and just say, okay, I know I can't do anything now, and I might never reach it, but should I be able to cast the wish spell, I will use it.
The words of humans are apparently as empty as their hearts. Come back when you can, and then we will talk. And then he just leaves.
Fucking, I mean, it was justified, but also...
So in the meantime, dear Shurazund, Greenarv the dwarf, Erin the human, Edlard and Alet ransack your old home and kill your Nagagas. Please enact vengeance, exo has. You're like,
We fucked up.
I don't think this is our fault. I've been
Yeah.
Yes, I remember.
going down there and straight up murder Shurazund. And you know what? Now we are going to share their names with Shurazund. Exactly.
Sure as it
If
doesn't
you would
care.
look, if you would direct your attention to
What?
the thing, he's fucking.
Like, I mean, they're gods. You can get new ones. Like, you care for them, develop a relation with them, but... They're gods! I can get a new one! And actually, I can get new ones, like...
I mean, hey, like I'm a big fucking flesh god.
Like, just because, like, in an army, if you have 1,000 soldiers and one dies, you don't avenge that one guy. You're like, shit, I lost a man, let's get another one. Like...
Yeah, I mean, technically. So guys, let's get our horses and leave Alar. I have nothing to say.
Yeah, let's move on.
So, you leave the city of Alar and return.
Where are we going? We're going to. What's it called? I can't see the name.
I said we need to go to the city of Alar.
Where did he leave the things? Was that in the Abbey of
Yep. Well, your next step was going to be head for Abbey of the Falling. So...
So I guess,
No,
oh yeah, we're going to the Abbey of Fallen. Then we're going to go here.
I mean, I know...
In the desolation of
Where are we now? We're on that little cliff.
You are in Alar, yes, and your next step was the Abbey of the Fallen. You drew stuff around, but I know you wanted to head to the Abbey of the Fallen next.
Okay, we just go to the Abbey.
let's just do that. Let's just go to the abbey.
So, I did mention what was in the Abbey more than once, and Hesse is the one who knew the most of it. She even did legend lore on it, and she received info on it. So,
I think I wrote it down in this journal.
I did it.
So let me just go dig that out.
so 2, 3.
Keyboard oh no, that was the circle.
Alright, so it's just 15 days. So,
Oh, for the Abbey of the Fallen, I wrote,
yes, that will teach you.
place to have a summer vacation, all things considered.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and your book was also from the temple.
Yes.
Yeah.
We might have looked for one of the adventures.
Well, the book was the blood book, so actually this temple might be either attributed, like either a thing about vampires, or it might be a temple to Orcus, or an abbey to Orcus, or
I
similar
mean, short
shenanigans
story
with these.
has undead because that's where the bodies come from. Previous heroes or something?
Yes.
Oh,
Well, yes and no.
Their weapons.
They're weapons.
So, in the meantime, what as you were saying, what you do every day, so divine it.
Hess is going to do divine intervention.
For what though?
Specifically for the act. Pray that he gets in the body, and if not that, well, no, just pray that
So wait, what the egg gets a new body?
yes, that the egg will reincarnate
Alright.
soonish
And it's 12%, right? Go for it.
for every strategy journey.
Well, it's once a day, it's 15 days, so just roll, now just roll 14 D100s.
No, shoot. Slash roll one. No, 14.
Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, on the 5th day. So you're here. As you are walking, you pretty much are for the first time walking on plains. There aren't any mountains, there aren't any hills. You're outside of a mountain range. And You are enjoying the grass under your feet. You are enjoying the grasslands ahead of you. You are enjoying the desolation of Nergama's plains, which are famously called that way because of the massive battles that echoed and saw the defeat of the warlord Nergama, and this is where it's known as the desolation of Nergama because he died there. So, as you are, has praise for Clock's intervention, she awakens one fine morning to find that her prayer has been answered. There is now a chicken with snake scales looking at her with pure, loathsome hatred in its eyes. And its cluck, it's followed with a hiss of absolute hate.
Hess gently picks it up. Okay, do you want to just go back to your reincarnation cycle? Fuck twice if you do.
It looks at you angrily and it tries to bite you.
I'm sure that's a yes, and just grab the head.
No, it tries to bite you. It tries to bite, so it misses. So what do you do?
Hess knows exactly how much it sucks to wake up in a body that you don't like. So, just twist in the opposite direction.
Yeah, no, it has 27 hit points. You won't be able to just twist it away.
Fine, I guess I'll fucking glide it to death.
So wait, everybody else. So, Ramandir, do I hit you with 21? Yeah, but so you are expecting him to the chicken to attack you. Yes, that's the thing. Alright, so you managed to avoid the bite, but it doesn't stop trying to bite. So you can talk with animals. I want to kill you all! The humiliation! And if this is your best, then fucking don't even bother trying! You fuckers! I was supposed to be born as the snake that would devour the look at what I am now! Die! 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 I mean, the only one who... So, wait, because Hess doesn't understand what the chicken is saying. Poses. Yeah, that's the thing. Just stand still and let me bite you! And he tries to bite Ramandir again. Well, you're the one holding here! 22! That's a hit! Yeah, but what's a hit for 22? Ramandir, give me a constitution saving throw! Ah, no, he has shield. I hate you, Ramandir. I hate you. So, come on, I'm nearly there. I will bite your jugular out and drink your blood.
I think that only works on like non-sentient
It looks at... So, here's the thing. The creature looks at you, Ravan, and goes, I'm calm now. I'm really calm. Put me on your shoulder, please. You have to trust me. Put me on your shoulder. Yes, of course. So, the next bite comes with advantage. And again I miss. So, but this time it's free to fly and flutter about and try to peek and... So do you fucking kill it or not? Well, Pose, you do keep on hearing it say that it will curse you until its dying breath and will kill you all and... Well, this time it launches itself against Pose, since she keeps on talking and... 22! Yes, give me a constitutional saving throw. I mean, it's 1d4 plus 1 damage. It's 2 damage! You actually pass it. So, nothing happens. But it's beating, it's pecking you. Ah, first blood! I will avenge myself!
I want to use my knowledge to like pluck it by its, hold it by its feet or something.
Yeah, it's actually easy to do that, but it doesn't seem to want to be let go.
But right now, do you want us to kill you and try and resurrect this humanoid thing, or do you just want us to act?
The scale chicken just looks at you with hate and goes, "Who's the guy who'll wish me back to how I was?"
I pointed towards Sonder.
Alright, I'll follow him. And when you lot die, I'll peck your eyes out.
No, that's fair. I tell everyone this, and I'm like, okay, here you go.
Then the scaly chicken ends up in Donna's backpack. And it hisses something like, "Bring me tasty mice! I'm hungry!" Yes, but you soon realize that the chicken is actually looking at Barkston as if it were meat to eat. The indignity of being a chicken, such inferior animal. It is a cockatrice. It is basically a cockatrice for the time being. No, actually, the cockatrice turns to stone only for the bite. It has a name. It hisses at you. It's like, "You should know very well what my name is, you pathetic mortal." I am the Hanaga, he who shall bring down meteors on the unfaithful and the heretics. It is also my name, Hanaga. So,
I think the Adventures Journal is out of.
where are my mice? I asked for mice. Where are my mice?
I foraged for mice. Did I find any?
Good. Yeah, you do find more than a few field mouse and whatnot. Good. You will be a useful slave when I grow stronger enough. I'll eat you last.
Cool. Actually,
I mean, you don't understand what it's saying, so...
yeah. Oh, that's actually nice.
Well,
Weird plug.
anyway, you continue on your travels, and, it's not like Hanaga tries to be evil or mean, but it's clearly not happy about the situation. So, let me change where you appear. So, it's a friendly place, filled with happiness.
As we're traveling, I'm still like trying to train Barton and
Yes.
all of that.
Give me an animal handling.
I think she does it every day, so Shurazund is teaching her
No, just one.
Sounded
Yeah. Yeah, Backstone is now pretty much a happy dog. Alright, so in the lower side of the map,
Oh, there we go.
I see.
so you follow, after a short while, what appears to be a cobblestone path that leads all the way to this abbey of sorts.
Basilisks or are those?
Statues, the statues. Yes.
Aren't we starting with heroes?
Well, there is, as you step through the cobblestone path, you come to an end where it splits. On one side, it seems to go into a garden filled with statues and flowers and a fountain at the very end. The other ends against a hefty-looking wooden door, where outside a man is apparently holding guard. It looks at you. Hello. Have you come to pray to the spirit? Well, wait, let me just put everybody else character down to Donner. Bose is there. Ravandil is here now. And Shapyum. Alright, I've got you all down. Are you there? Can you see yourselves?
I see a black boy.
Go down.
Roll all the way down.
Go towards the light.
This is better.
Good.
Oh, what's over here? On the right.
Yeah.
That's the garden.
Apparently these are
Statue. Yes, please, people, please do not harm the flowers. They are a token of gratitude for the long departed.
Oh wait. What does this say?
Oh shit, we're in Lavender Town.
Oh no.
I really hope not. I'd hate to fucking lay legendary heroes go to rest.
That man.
What kind of statue is this? Is it just a normal like human statue or
Just give me a second, I'm trying to make the music again. Alright. This should be the music of a temple of Helm. Don't ask me why, but... I can lower it if you... Alright. So, I'll make it a bit louder. Is this fine? So, this appears to be a simple looking inscription in front of a statue. It recites, quite normally even, that this is a cemetery to the fallen heroes of the past, and that as such it should be respected, and you should be respectful of it.
Yeah, I swear to God, so you try to keep pace and get up there.
So then, faithful, have you come here to pray? Looking for guidance on the road to become an adventurer?
most definitely looking for guidance on facing the enemies they face.
Well then,
Yes. Exactly.
And seek advice from the volunteer.
well then, come in and just step inside and He appears to be a well-built human in a full plate armor with a greatsword on its back.
Oh,
Yes.
so
The whole coming from this part.
Cat is kind of racist.
It is kind of racist.
He sounds shady. What race is he?
Oh, come on!
I do not rest on the
I was
race.
just wondering what race he was.
So,
Such a racist.
so do come in.
Yeah, let's see if he is shady. Fuck. Is he shady?
No, he's not. He appears to be pretty normal. You look at him and he smiles back gently.
Well, okay then.
Are these like pews? Where you can sit?
Yes, they're like a church. You can sit in there. Meanwhile, Shotgun, do you follow? Do you stay outside in the... Alright. Alright. So wait there a moment. Alright, so Shavnium, you wait there a moment. Alright, everybody else, you are inside and you... Well then, if you are looking for the main area of prayer, it's past the main door and to the right. Yes, do not worry, children. The place is safe. You are safe.
Now I feel worried. This is the upper line of every. Oh, that was more fellow.
What are they?
They appear to be books and parchments and stuff left on a pew, left on a large table of sorts. Alright.
They are.
So, stop there. Alright, stop there. Everybody stops exactly where you are. Perfect. So, pose. Let me see. Where are they? Is it this one? No, it's not this one. I prepared a set of these and they're beautiful. So, alright.
I'll get the screen. Maybe this one. This looks a bit.
They are inside. Oh.
As you look, you also find another one pose.
Alright, I have another. I have a one.
I have a feeling we are dealing with mind players.
No.
Oh no, it makes sense. That's how mind players speak.
And so, let me see. You see, Donner, you are at the entrance, and you hear the main doors outside close, as if a heavy weight had settled on them.
Uh-oh. So wait, Champion's trapped outside?
He's probably the only one who's going to be alive at the end of this.
Oh god.
So, yes. So give me a second.
You can probably you can do dimension sword without seeing the other side.
So, Shatium, you turn after a brief moment, feeling a chill, and you realize that you've been left alone in the cemetery. And the flowers themselves are animating, rupturing from the ground as they emerge with tendrils that are drenched in the corpses they have been feeding on.
And that's where we'll leave it for the day.
Nearly. Donner, you see this statue actually animate and turn towards you, a sword unsheathing itself from its sheath. Meanwhile, from beneath the pews themselves, eyes start to rise and merge together to form a sort of blistering mass, which feels not really happy to see you.
As pause when I
I'm
one of the shout,
as Pose, you have finished reading it when something starts to tickle the back of your neck. You see that it emerges from within the symbols. They all appear from their hiding spots.
Okay, what are these things? Well, what are these things? Can I do Arcana or something to figure it out?
So you could, but this is where we stop it for today. So, exactly!
We're going to die.
Can we at least roll initiative now?
No, I mean, you roll initiative next time. I mean, that's why I'm stopping it now, because there's a battle, so... Don't worry, adventurers. Your suffering has just begun.